Hey, how's it going? So we gotta get this key so it goes in there. We just got the other one to work. So to get that on the cylinder lock tumbler, I gotta get the passenger side open. The driver's side, I guess they worked fine on a hot day, and then when it's like a damp morning, it's not opening. So I got the driver's side to open. So now we gotta get the passenger side to open. Because I got all these parts to go through and figure out. How's it going? I got to figure out what needs to be done on this because it doesn't look as nearly as torn apart as I had in my van right now. And I just had to get a new cylinder head for the van, for the driver or passenger side. So that's on order. Because when I sent it to the machine shop, he did the magnetic particle testing, and it didn't. It had a crack on it. I put a post my yeah, I put a post up showing the crack. And he was like, we could technically run it. I'm like, no, I'm not running that because that thing's um gonna fail. If you already know that, putting it in, all the work it takes to put the cylinder heads in, like it's all buried under all this stuff. I didn't want to do it, you know. We got it. We got a how's it going? I just got this truck the other day. I was supposed to do work for it, or work on this thing, like a timing belt job on it for a friend at church. And all of a sudden today, he just said that, or no, on Sunday, he's just gonna give me the truck instead. So here it is now. So we're going through it. It's a 1998 Mazda B2500. It's got the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. It's kind of torn apart right now because they had it like some kind of dispute thing going on with the shop he had it at, I guess. And it's a 5-speed stick. We're about to get this passenger door open. I just have to put some more graphite lube on the key itself and run it through the cylinder a few times. So that's what we're doing right now. We're trying to get part of it back. Because we got a pile of parts on the passenger side. That's why we're getting on this side. good knowing the keys are gonna work. So here we go. And this stuff stains everything, so don't be spraying it by the side of your vehicle if you can help it. So, like this. Graphite, it stains everything. Don't get it on your clothes and stuff. It'll come out eventually, but probably can't guarantee it though. Anyway, so we run it through. Keep going and trying it. It seemed like it wasn't gonna unlock on the driver's side, then it opened up. Let me try the other key. Okay, we got it. And this stuff, like I said, I'm gonna put it in the back of the truck. Because if it gets on the seats and all that stuff, that graphite will stain a lot of stuff. You're from India? How's it going? I'm from Colorado, USA here. So these are the pile of parts we're gonna take them out and lay them out here. See what we got going on. So let's see what this is. This looks like oh, thank God they labeled stuff. I made life a lot easier for myself. I thought he just threw these bolts in here, the person who worked on it before. So let's see, there's intake bolts, power steering, AC, okay. Cool. What else? Exhaust manifold. Oh, good. Okay, this makes it a lot simpler, somewhat. We still got a whole bunch of stuff right here too. Well, not a whole bunch, but quite a bit. Valve cover bolts, okay. And I'm gonna be getting a book on this as well. For the torque specs and like the service information in general. Looks like that's a radiator hose there. Oh wow, they even put the business mat thing for the floor so it doesn't get all the crud on the seats. Yeah, this thing's a 5-speed stick too. It's got, I'll show you, just shy of 160,000 miles on it. It's 1998 Mazda B2500. It's even got the tachometer, that's helpful. Pretty much everything's in pretty good shape in this. I guess this thing runs a timing belt instead of a chain, so they were getting a timing belt job done on it. And then it notched for some reason. So that looks like your air intake hose. This looks like your spark plug wires. Okay, so this must be one of the accessory things. Okay, it's got ignition coils right there. That must be the EGR. Or no, not the EGR. It's the purge thing for your evap system. See, it's got these little hoses. Okay. Serpentine belt tensioner here. Okay, so here's our air intake manifold with the throttle body. So let's try to get that out. I got a tote here. I'll put some of this stuff into the tote. Kind of just to set stuff aside, so it's not just directly on the ground. Here, put this down so it's not shaking. EGR purge. Okay, yeah. Thanks for that, Mr. Goodwrench. So yeah, if you guys didn't know, this thing's same parts compatibility, pretty much for Ford Rangers of this era in this type of configuration. Back a little bit. Okay. Okay, so looks like they got the bolts still in here. We'll try to keep it that way. There's our alternator. No. Okay, so this is our intake manifold here. Looks like there's not too much stuff um, to really deal with, I guess. You know, and it helps that they labeled those bolts. Appreciate that. So I'll set this in the bin here. I think I'll do a view inside the cab on the other side. I think you guys can get a better idea of what's going on. How's it going, Busted? Radio Garage? I checked out some of your stuff on your channel. Seems pretty cool to me. So this is the truck I just got donated to me from a person who was going to have me do work on it from the church, and then he just like decided to give it to me instead. yeah, my pit bull. Yeah. Yeah, he likes being on the camera. Yeah, it's got the 5-speed stick. So these are the parts that I got to go through to put into it. It doesn't look like it actually needs that much stuff going on. And I was looking on YouTube about stuff about working on this vehicle type of vehicle and engine, and I couldn't find a whole lot. Even from the Ford, the Tech Maku Loco, I didn't see anything about this particular make and model, because it's the same stuff as the Ford Ranger. It's just a rebranded Ford Ranger. So I'm gonna get on this other side and pull out some more stuff out of that box. All right. So this looks like our exhaust manifold. Oh no, this is I think our intake, because you got a fuel rail on there and your fuel injectors. So I'll move that down over here. Oh. Our air box, mass airflow sensor. Hopefully this stuff's okay, because it's been sitting in here for a while. There's our serpentine belt and our alternator. So there's really not that much stuff to go through here. Timing chain cover. This looks like a lot less complicated than the stuff I'm doing on the van right now. In the van, we're just about we just had to get the passenger side cylinder head a new one, because we had it failed the magnetic particle test there when I brought it to the machine shop. So I'll take you over to the engine bay under the hood. Knock the camera down, Mo. Hang on. Can't be doing that, Mo. Mo did that. Okay, here we go, guys. So at least I got a battery for a core right here. This thing's actually equipped with AC, guys. It's pretty sweet. I'm happy about that. I used to have a 97 S10 that was a stick like this with 4-cylinder. It didn't have AC though, and that was not fun. Hang on, let me get you guys back on the stand here. Oh. So I thought they had it torn down to the all the way to the head. The valve cover's still on it. It looks like they were just doing the timing belt, and then for some whatever reason they didn't want to do it, or something came up. I'll have to get more back info on it, and I'll give an update on what that was all about. If I can get the info about it. I'm just trying to get this thing back on the stand here. There we go. Had this one spot where it indexed and it was going past it every time. But we got it. All right. All right. So it looks to me like it looks like they have to go deeper in. No, maybe not. So I'll forget over here. I can show you. There's actually another sprocket down here for the timing belt. I can get it perched pretty good, so I'm not holding it and shaking. So right there to here, and I'm not sure. I'll have to verify that this stuff's lined up and ready for bead set timing, just to confirm or deny it. Also, it looks like this PCV hose has got some cracks. I got some heater hose laying around that's like the same diameter. I think it's like a 3/8 diameter. Same material, rubber. So that's something I'll change out. See, it looks like we got the heater core valves here. Here. It's like the junction with the valve. That stuff's probably fine. Yeah, these don't seem like they're shot. It's actually, I kind of like this setup here. You can see how much space is in the little engine bay. It's like you're supposed to have there's more room to like for their V6, and you probably fit a V8 in it. Like I did a little research on these. I guess some of these came from the factory, turboed as well. Or there's a turbo option. I kept on looking up parts and just trying to do some homework on it. You know, we still got all our little tags here. That's kind of nice. All your vacuum hoses, routing. Yeah, you can see this is they're rebranded Ford. And you got the Motorcraft stuff here. It's kind of cool, guys. Look at that. Look how easy it is to get to the heater core in your AC box. Looks like it just unbolts from the back side and you can get right in there. Oh, this is obviously the AC right here, but just looking at it, it doesn't look like too hard of a job to actually get into that if it had to happen, you know what I mean? And this looks like the ABS module right here, the little one. take a look at the fuse box. It's like they had like a rattling issue or something. They put a, or maybe just to wipe stuff, just a rag. Got that little baby radiator. Okay, got sidetracked. We're gonna look at the fuse box. Right. Oh, that's pretty easy to get off. Looks pretty intact. Looks good. It doesn't look all dusty and nasty. This thing was sitting in the guy's garage for a couple years. It almost looks like they were in there. That shop was in there and did the valve cover gasket, or has done some stuff, and then they got to the point where they're going to do the timing chain, or the timing belt rather, because that gasket looks pretty new, unless that's the OEM. Yeah, it is missing something, so we'll have to get a battery in this. He's not quite ready to run yet, and it takes 5W30, you know, so it's not too challenging to get that oil. All the other vehicles here run that same oil. It looks like they got the new spark plugs in too. You can see they don't look like they've been like driven on yet. I don't see any like. Oops. Let's do a zoom in. It is basically, it's a rebranded Ford. It's a Mazda B2500. It's a Ford Ranger basically. This is the 4-cylinder 2-wheel drive. I got this thing given to me a couple days ago. I was supposed to do work on this, like finish the job on it for the friend of mine, and he ended up just talking to me at church on Sunday. Said he's just gonna give it to me instead. Oh, good idea. Yeah, I do have a compression tester too. Kind of nice. Look at how much room is under there in the. Oh, there's a ground. We'll have to make sure that goes to where it's supposed to when it gets said and done. So you can see down here in the where the bell housing goes, there's a lot of space in there. I really like that. I'm trying to see. I think they took the oil dipstick out. I'll have to check the other side. I mean, do any of you guys here in the that are watching, do you guys have it own any of these yourself, or are you familiar with them? No way, these got double spark plugs. Or no, yeah, they do. This thing takes 8 spark plugs. Look at that. So that's interesting. I didn't know that. Because you got spark plugs here. It looks like they ripped out the wires. Or whoops. They ripped out the your spark plug wires. Hey, how's it going, Philippe? So they took those out. Like, it looks like it needs new wires unless they're in that box there. Here, we'll zoom back out a bit. But yeah, it's got 2 spark plugs per cylinder on each side. So there's 8 in total for a 4-cylinder. That's how that works? Really? Interesting. I'll have to do some more research on this engine. Because that's... Oh, okay. Somebody was pulling the head on it, or was putting... Yeah, it's... It's hard to say though, because it looks like they were in here, because you can see they didn't even put the hardware back for the valve cover yet either. That's a good question. I'm trying. Oh, here's the dipstick. Let's check the oil. Okay, it's showing it has oil. Looks like it was like never driven with the oil. Possibly. Or not very hard. Not like. Glad I didn't see like weird sludge or, you know, like looks like coffee and milk, you know. That's good. Well, thanks for that, Dixie. So you think they were in there doing the head gasket, huh? I think he gave me some papers showing what was, if I remember right, or he's supposed to get it to me. He's supposed to give me the title still. He had to go get it out of like a security deposit box or something, he'd say. Hey, I think you're right, yeah. It's got a big old oil filter for a 4-cylinder. So for real, this thing really runs like four four spark plugs for the intake stroke and then 4 spark plugs for the exhaust stroke, huh? Okay. AC line in the way in a moment. I got a light inside I could grab too. But yeah, they got one little like barely in there valve cover bolt, like basically it's not hardly on there. Let me grab the light and I can see if I can get a better view. Oh, waste spark, that's what that is. Kind of neat, man. I haven't seen anything like this. Like the double spark plug on a 4-cylinder. I know Dodges, and I worked at the Dodge dealership. The Hemi's got the double spark plug. So, I mean, that's, you know, something don't look right with it. Yeah, there's something don't look, that definitely doesn't, it's not seated. It's like they put it on just to set it aside like that for now thing. Just to set the cover on, I guess. I'm gonna grab that light. It's like Moo's all ready for me to start driving it right now. Sitting in the driver's seat looking at me. Oh, it kind of looks like a new gasket. I can see a little smidgen of it here. I'll see if I can get you guys down and show you. I kind of like the way it's set up in here, guys. Like the one moment, let me get the light in there better. Right there, you see like the little head gasket poking out just barely on the corner. Let me stick the light somewhere that can still show what I'm trying to show you. There. Oh, okay. Okay, so waste spark. I have heard about that because I went to uh, college for it. So, what do you guys think? That looks like a new head gasket. Let's see if we can get a look at it from a different angle. And if I could get the paperwork from where he brought it to coming up. So stay tuned for that if I get my hands on that. Because I'll end up seeing him soon. Thanks for commenting. All right. So like, what do you guys think this sensor is? That the air, the oil pressure? Looks like that might have had like a little bit of a weeping issue. It's kind of greasy compared to anything else. And this looks like with the oil cooler. All right, the oil cooler. Um, something. It's actually. But then we got the oil, a pill pressure sensor. What's that? So what's a A1 through A8 plus? Are you talking about the crankcase breather? Oh, okay. So that looks like it's supposed to be, or is that supposed to have a hose going through here, like a vacuum hose? Okay, interesting. All right. Now, if they did the okay, um, oh, here's our power steering reservoir right here. No, okay, here's our clutch. So it's got a hydraulic clutch right here. Well, thanks for that, XF. Yeah, it doesn't take too much to be nice to each other, guys. Well, so it looks like they had some oil seeping leaks issue going on for a bit. Did you see? I think you're right there, Rennie. Um, all right. All right, so it does look like they did some stuff with the cylinder head because based on what I'm looking, you can see how it looks all oily and greasy from the block itself. Then when you come up to the cylinder head area, it's like it's not greasy like that. So EGR delete is a thing on this. Yeah, that's what it looks like, right? It looks like they got down to the block Did it's got the new spark plugs in it, right? You know, that other fella, the XF guy, he's stuff's hidden from the channel now. He's coming in talking, just being immature and trying to make trouble here. You know what I mean? So you don't you don't have to put up with that when you do stuff on here. So you think that's what happened? You think they tried to put it back together and then it had an issue? It's only got 157,000 and some change on it of miles. Set ignition. Thanks for that, Tim Sweden. Thanks for coming. And Aaron. And Rennie. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for checking it out, Because yeah, you can see it looks greasy down there when it gets to the bell housing. So the bell housing comes in about right here. Oh, my hand's in the way. About get the light in here. Okay, here we go. Bell housing right about here. So and then it's oily. Good question. That's gonna be stamped on the block, or is it gonna be? Is this it? I'm learning more about this myself. I'm just first time getting a chance to actually take some time and look at it. Oh yeah, actually I did. I have so I know it's the 2.5. I'd have to pull up my laptop, but there was the VIN number. This is the Mazda B2500. It's got the Ford 2.5 engine. I guess it's on the radiator core support area. So that's the thing to determine. Yeah, I think it'll help a lot once I get a chance to talk to the previous owner. Everything's really mini in here, like this little brake booster. Okay. Oh, here's the timing belt. It was just like pushed off to the side. Let's see if I can get a better view. I was wondering where that was. Okay. So there's supposed to be timing marks on these sprockets, right? For your crankshaft and your the crankshaft one's way down here. Right? Yeah. It is odd. But what happened also with that place is they went out of business. So it might have been like it's hard to say without actually knowing what happened. Yeah, because they had this torn down pretty far. But then here's our harmonic balancer. Because it looks like to even get the belt on, I have to take this stuff off anyway. Like how unless it's like routed on there. I think it is routed. Yeah, it's supposed to be on timed correctly. I think once they get backstory on it, it'll help a lot. Okay. And then so I would have to know if this was on timed correct then. Or well, it's not even timed because it's not even on there. It looks like I can slide it all back on by hand. It's looking pretty. Okay, that makes sense. So to get to all that, it looks like it'd be easier to take the radiator out of the way and all that stuff. Like all this stuff right here, the radiator support and all that. But I guess it doesn't look like it's necessary though. Because I can get my arms down here pretty good. Then the fan clutch is still on with the water pump. Okay, it looks like it's like the what do they call it, the reluctor ring for your crankshaft position sensor is what that looks like. That's for right there where it's like silver looking. Because then they got the actual one the belt runs on right behind it. Let me get the light in here. No, Russell. What's Gabe owner's chat? And thanks for commenting. No, this is not a locomotive. No, it's a 98 Mazda B2500. Here, I'll back up and show you. Uh, no, no, definitely not a school bus. No, I'm not taking it to the junkyard. I'm gonna get it fixed up and running. Yeah, yeah, it's the same. It's a rebranded Ford Ranger, basically. It's got the 4-cylinder in it. And it's 2-wheel drive, 5-speed stick, extended cab. You know, I got it given to me by the guy that was gonna have me work on it. He all of a sudden on Sunday at church he just like instead of having you work on it, I just decided to give it to you. Nice. Yeah, amen, man. I never imagined somebody hand me a truck that I was supposed to originally just do the work for him because he was going to give it away to a friend of his after I got the work done on it. But that guy lives in North Dakota, so he was like, well, he asked him if he still wanted it, and he said, no, just the distance wasn't worth it. So, Dude, Russell, man, um, there. Yeah, oh yeah, I told him like if he's got any stuff he needs done for his vehicles, he get a real good discount on everything. He's got some other cool vehicles. They got like a really nice Mercedes Sprinter van. Like it's like a like camper style. It was really cool. Like a F-350 and a bunch of other cars. So it's pretty cool. So let's we're trying to get this thing going. So it'll be a good on gas savings too for the family. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Pretty much, he's basically paid in full for the foreseeable future. I had to pull this thing home with my tow strap. It kind of like squeezed the bumper somewhat. They didn't have like a hooks on this thing. But what I could do is get in here with like put some rags on it and take my uh do something to try to bend that back. Well, I just had to bring it around the block. I didn't have to go too far to get it home. Yeah, it's pretty cool coming up with seeing stuff like this just falling into my lap at church, you know. So what I should do is get out a notepad and make some uh write down like what stuff for good questions about this thing, and then stuff to look into, like a checklist. I was just pretty excited about going through it because I got it the other day and I didn't get a chance to. Oh, okay. So you've seen quite a bit of this stuff kind of thing. I uh I was born in '88, so that's before I was even born. So I'm gonna try to get you guys. Looks like I have to go off the airbox thing. I'm gonna grab that notepad. How's it going, Miles? All right, I'm gonna grab the notepad and a pen. So, if any of you guys have ever bought cylinder heads off of eBay, go ahead and feel free to chime in the comments. Um, so Miles, we're going through this '98 Mazda B2500 Ford Ranger, basically a 4-cylinder. I got it for free from guy at church. I was supposed to work on it for him. He just decided to give it to me instead. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll do the homework on it. So we got our paper and a pen. So I'm gonna have to write. Hang on a second. Get something to write against. All right, this will do. So Pinto motor, huh? So we'll write down what the vehicle is 98 Mazda B2500. Okay, we'll just go with that for now. So first step, put belt on after lining up marks. Okay, that makes sense. We'll write that down. And check cranking compression. I think the pre first step would be get a battery too. Yeah, get a battery. Write that. Definitely that battery's not going to hold a charge if it's just been sitting there. Yeah, we'll do the research. Good comment there. If compression is low on one or more cylinders, then the head needs to come back off to see why there is no. Yeah, good. That's a good idea. So what I was about to say before I got sidetracked talking about this truck. So I ended up getting cylinder head for the passenger side on my 05 Astro van because the one uh, the one passenger side had it failed the magnetic particle test, so it has a small crack in it. So I ended up getting a new cylinder head ordered on eBay, and I was just curious if any of you guys have ordered anything like that off of eBay before. So let's see. So you think the cylinder head might have been warped, or if oh, okay, place in Georgia has some of the best prices on heads. Yeah, throw down the name on that if you can. Because I had my college professor tell me about a place in Ohio too that I guess they take cracked heads back. That you have to have a cylinder head as a core, and they'll even take a cracked one. Yeah, it definitely looks like the head gasket went. Because I don't. It doesn't seem to me that this timing belt like snapped or stretched or anything. It looks like they were just changing that while they're in there. Because these have a lot shorter interval of changing versus a chain. You know. Yeah, that makes sense. Just oh, okay. You got I'm in Colorado. I took the cylinder heads to a place in Colorado Springs. Yeah, so I'll take the name down of that place in Georgia. It's good having a bunch of different options. So I guess the heads that I got coming from eBay's it's a marine head for the 4.3 on the GM. Okay. P4. Thanks for that comment. Oh, okay. It's called Allied. All right, I'll write that down. Oh, the marine or the machine shop guy said that works. That they're basically the same, but they have a better valve seats in them, the marine ones. So he's like, there's no problem running that. Because that was crazy because those cylinder heads look fine until they do the magnetic particle test, and then it showed that crack on it. And then I ordered a reman one earlier from eBay, and then I couldn't get it. I was waiting to get a response to be like, hey, have you guys like actually like tested these for cracks? You know, why is the price so low? If like something's weird about it, you know? And I was waiting to get a response, so I was like, well, I'll just go ahead and order a new one off of there, like a brand new one, all the same part number, because I didn't want to dick around with something that's gonna potentially have cracks in it. Because I'm the guy putting the poor LB that's got to put it all in there, and then if I'm to find out it's cracked and it blows and leaves us stranded with my family, you know, I just went ahead and okay, Allied Motor Parts. So I was like, I'm just gonna bite the bullet and buy a brand new cylinder head, you know, because you know, yeah, you can technically use that kind of stuff, but then for how long is it going to last in there? Your repairs only as good as the quality of the parts you use, you know, and the time you take to follow the service information to a T, you know, especially with stuff like that. Because we got thread chasers, we're gonna go through and chase the threads out of the block. We're supposed to get the one cylinder head back. I'm waiting to hear back from my guy out there in Colorado Springs, where the machine shop where it's at. So one cylinder head's good. The other ones I'll take back, and then I can probably swap it out for a core. And the other thing is, if the guy on eBay doesn't allow me to get my refund on the one that I purchased by mistake, it's okay if it's still good and it passes the magnetic test or whatever. Because I got that 98 Blazer out here that's got the same engine that needs a cylinder head on the passenger side bank as well. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, let's try to take that out right now. We'll check see if they cross threaded it. It doesn't look like it. It looks like it started to want to be cross threaded. They probably put like hand threaded it in all half assed on a Friday, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm going home." So when I was looking in that other area, I'll show you these parts if you guys we're just tuning in. I don't know if you were in here yet, Randy. Yeah, it was crooked. Yeah, you weren't you weren't wrong. It was crooked. So they at least they had the decency to. Whoop, my paper's blown away. One moment. At least they had the decency to label bolts that came out in these individual bags. So that made it a little bit easier for me. So here's our valve cover bolts. That's exactly what we're coming over to look at. Trying to do one-handed, bear with me. Okay. Okay, you weren't here. So, valve cover. Got exhaust manifold. So, really helpful. I think this is a tensioner, or it might be an idler pulley. I think that looks like something to do with the timing belt. Because when I was looking at the timing chain, or timing, I keep on saying chain because I'm working on my van that's got a chain. This looks like the tensioner, and it's got that little spring. Okay, one moment. Okay, yeah, that's what it looked like. When I was looking on Rock Auto, that looks like that came up with the kit that you would get. The timing set, I think they called it. Here's can't really read. Oh, okay, intake. So intake manifold stuff. It looks like the bolts, and then our little gaskets. And then what's this one? I think this one's the power steering and AC. Yeah. So there's not a whole lot to it, you guys. And then this is also the stuff that they had out of it here. And then this one here's got the fuel rail, your fuel pressure regulator right here where my finger is. As far as I know, I don't, Rennie. Let me look in here. We got this pile. One moment. I'll zoom back out a little bit too. Okay. So this is, as far as I know, the stuff that was in it. So this is like your air intake pipe. This is our timing chain cover, or timing belt. Bear with me if I keep saying chain. I mean to say belt on this. I've been doing a lot of stuff on that van, so I keep interchanging it with chain. And then we got our mass airflow sensor air box top piece, and then our alternator and our serpentine belt. I think that's all that's right here. Yeah, that's everything. Which one? The timing cover you talking about? It's right here. Okay, yeah, let's take a look. Good question. Usually like on the outside. I think the harmonic balancer had was already installed on it. This doesn't look like it has anything as far as, unless you know something that I don't here. Oh, there we go. All right. I think that's what we were looking for, right? Get the focus. Look at that part, that cover. So that's good. It's got timing marks. And then there's the notch right there at TC. Good question. Yeah, good idea. All right, let me see you guys down on the stand, and then we'll see. I'll get you guys. I'll get this in position, and I'll get you guys over to look at it. Just got to make sure I get it like lined up where it's supposed to be, so that it's not One moment. See if this has any free play to move out here. I used 550 cord and strapped up the one on my van for the time being. But this one looks like it's got enough reach to move out of the way. Just got to be careful though. Okay. Oops. I'll get you guys over. One moment. I think I can get this lined up better. It's not even in place yet. It's not going to give it accurate reading like that. Okay, so this is just sitting in here chilling. The power steering. So with this out of the way, there's really nothing in my way anymore. This engine's actually not that hard to work on, guys. Working on my van's a lot worse than this through the doghouse. This is like pretty easy compared to that. I'm trying to get it to lock in. Okay, I found the tabs that it goes into. Okay, I'm gonna get you guys closer so you can see better. You're the guy that was trolling. There was a couple of trolls earlier. I just removed their comments. They can't even comment here no more. They're just saying stuff that's just, you know, inappropriate and being childish. So, you know, they could go watch like some kids shows or something that's, you know, more appropriate for their like maturity level. Okay, that's cool. The compressor says it takes R134A, so that's good. It's not like some exotic refrigerant. I'm gonna have to move this power steering assembly a bit to get. I got worried about the. Whoops. It was kind of balancing in there. I don't think anything got damaged. Thing's heavy, so I don't want it to like chew up any of the wires. Looks like it's only hanging on by the power steering line. Oh, probably help if I didn't have the light in front of you guys. My bad. So if I put a catch pan on, it looks like I can pull the power steering assembly right out. And yeah, I can do that. I'm gonna grab a catch pan. It just makes more sense to me to have it out of the way, because this is big and bulky and annoying. So I got the catch pan right about where we need it to be. So I don't pull it unless it needs to. That's probably why they didn't want to detach it, right? Just try to get it tucked out of the way then. Yeah, you get some kind of weird whine that'll never go away until you change the pump again. There, that's better. I can live with that. You guys see if you guys got a good angle of what I was looking at. Okay. Yeah, good call there. It turns out I didn't even need to take it off, so a lot easier to deal with it if it's just not even detached. Well, I was ready to if I needed to. So it's like these like push-in clips. Try to get it all bottomed out across the board. there's one clip on the bottom. And bear with me, I'm trying to not block your guys' view, but some of this stuff's kind of hard not to. For momentarily, anyway. It's like a little more challenging trying to get that bottom clip on. Let's see if there's anything in here. Okay, so there. Well, let's try to get it in here. We'll try to get these top ones lined up. Those ones seem to be pretty easy to manage. And then the rest should fall into suit, hopefully. Looks like it will line it up on the inside first. Okay, those ones are in. Now it's just the bottom, it looks like. I think that's pretty good. It's kind of like janky and floppy for some reason, like something's missing on this side. Let's see what you guys got to say. All right, so I think that cover slips behind the lower cover on the driver's side before you slide it down. Probably right. Ford had a TSB where you got a rubber stopper with a hole drilled in it to stick where the cap is. Then you put a vacuum pump on it to suction out all the air out of the fluid. Oh, for the power steering. Hey Kyle, how's it going? Haven't seen you on here a bit. I've been doing good. How about you? Yeah, we're reading comments. Yeah, power steering can be kind of a not a fun thing to deal with if you don't have to. And it looks like there's a little crack here on that plastic cover on the backing part. Well, it doesn't look like there is a crack. I'll show you if you can't see it. Right here, there's a crack. I mean, it's plastic, so that's not too surprising. Okay, so it looks like just the bottom needs to be lined up better, like seated down on it better. And then we can see if it's like set at top dead center already. Okay, let me get it over here now. It's almost like it needs a new cover. This thing is just busted, man. I'm pretty sure Rock Auto had a new cover set up. But if this one gets us through enough just to get the reading. So let me get the light in here better. So the harmonic balancer itself should have some marks on it as well. Okay, yeah, there's our crank position sensor on the other side. I'll get you guys over here and see what we can see. A notch on the pulley. Okay. On the pulley and not the balancer itself. Got that AC compressor right in my face. I'm trying to work around it. One moment. Whoop. Now I'm bumping into the power steering pump. One moment. Okay. They seem to be okay as long as you don't bump anything. Let me get the light in here better. Okay. That makes sense. Wow. How'd that go there, Kyle? Get one hand free here. I think. Oh. Try to get this light in here. That's a little better. So I have to I'll have to take I got a paint pen. Trying to see if where that notch was. I think the notch was at TC. Yeah, looks like it's not going to be on the balancer. So where I got the cover, I'm going to grab that white paint pen or just some nail polish that backs contrasts good with the background that it's going to get painted on. Then we'll pop that cover back off and see if we can see on the balancer itself. So yeah, because if I just take the cover back off and don't put a reference mark, it's going to be harder to tell where they left it on it, if they even set time. More than likely they did set it, because like you were saying, why would they take all this stuff off here then not set top dead center? You know, do the correct procedure from the service information of whatever you set it on. Because I know for my van, for doing timing, it was on cylinder number 4, top dead center compression stroke. So for distributor though, it was cylinder number 1, top dead center compression stroke. So they all got a specific thing. And this has 4 cylinders, so a little different. They're not all exactly the same. It's going to be whatever it says in the book. So we're going to grab that paint pen or something to mark it with. One moment. All right, we got our paint pen here. If not set, I don't know if that was a typo. The beguiler. Set the head back. The head went back on it and it's interference motor, then it might bend a valve if you rotate the crank. So, I think this has like what were they called? The ignition coils. I'll show you. There, I had the thing inside the vehicle. But let me do the mark here real quick. So there's a little notch here. There. Put the pen over here. Okay. So I think you guys can see the mark. Okay. So we could pull off the cover, but I'll show you real quick, Kyle, what you were asking about. Show you over here. There's quite a bit of stuff hanging, but we got these ignition coils, and this doesn't have a distributor. And then it's got 8 spark plugs in it instead of 4, like you would think it would have. So it's got waste spark. That's what we're being told here. So this was sitting in here. Okay. All right, let's get back to that timing. Perch you guys back here and see. No, well, yeah, we'll get new wires. Good observation. I got that pad paper. I'm gonna write that down. To get a shopping list of what to do, and then a list of what to check. Yeah, so we'll write that in. Spark plug wires. It looks like the spark plugs are brand new, so it looks like that part's already taken care of. So we'll write that in right now on this 2x4 here with the all right cylinder head stuff, so I remember what this was about. I'll put a star by it so we know it's like to check it out online here. Probably onto something there with that, right? So spark plug wires. Okay. All right, let's continue. We'll take that cover off now. The cover is really janky. It like barely sits on there. It's like blown out. So I think I'll write down to get a new cover as well. Looks like there's here. I'll get you guys. I'll see if you guys can see it. And if not, I'll zoom in more. Yeah, I think I can zoom in more. Because it looks like right about here, there's some type of like a little indentation in the harmonic balancer. So, oh yeah, that timing chain or timing belt cover. This cover explains why it's so rough of shape. I'll show you why. See that date on it? It's almost pushing 30 years, guys, for this plastic cover. That's probably it's not such a hot shape. Pretty sure I saw in Rock Auto you can get them, so I'll have to add that too. So, like I was saying just a minute ago, I'll try to drag my fingernail across it to see if okay. Okay. This is a timing mark right here. So there's one there. I can take my paint pen and put a mark on it. Oh, okay. Good idea. Hey, how's it going? I don't know how to say your name. A fuel filter under the hood. Okay, we got some comments. With the leads to the distributor swapped. Okay, no. Okay, wires. Number one cable end is stick on the spark plug. Okay, yeah, that was an old comment. Lots of electronics. Just make sure you reassemble to where you have TDC. Yeah, that makes sense there, Kyle. Does it have a fuel filter under hood? Good question. If it isn't, it's usually like uh, in line out right before the fuel tank on the one of the return lines, right? Yeah, yeah, I did feel the groove there. Oh, okay. So that's what you're trying to get at. So if it does have an under hood fuel filter, change before. Good idea. I'll take a screenshot of that so I don't forget. We'll make a little hat dash mark here, or that mark is on the harmonic balancer where the indent is, just like that, just so it's more contrasting and showing. Okay, so we're gonna have more time in the future to do more of this stuff here. Um, on short notice here, I have to get going, unfortunately, right now. There'll be more to come on this truck as the days go by, and more to come on the van also, because we're looking to get the cylinder heads back, possibly even today or more than likely tomorrow. Okay, all right. So, if you like this kind of stuff, stick around for more to come. Uh, this Mazda, yeah, thank you. We got we got to do a front end suspension rebuild on the 98 Expedition as well. Thank you. Appreciate it, and hopefully uh, you guys come back and check it out when I got more stuff going on. I try to put out new stuff every week. All right, all right. Till next time, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it.